Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel, and we are back. It's race week for the Formula 1 2022 season. This is a new video in the series where we preview the circuit ahead of the race weekend. I started this last year, quite late, but you guys seem to enjoy it. This week we're racing down under in Australia at the Melbourne Grand Prix Circuit, and it's been 3 years since we've been at this circuit due to the pandemic and restrictions. The last time we raced was 2019 when Lewis Hamilton got pole, so 1 minute 20.486, and he got P2 with Max P3 and Bottas P1. But this is a new layout of the classic track with 4 DRS zones. That's right, 4 DRS zones. And no one has the lap record on this layout yet, so who will? New race week means new challenge. Can Max score points to catch Sainz in the driver standings? Or could we see the Ferraris dominate again? Hopefully learn something new and learn something about this track and enjoy the video. So here, let's look at the track. This is the track on the right hand side, I believe. I don't know where it is going to be for you. But you can see there's 4 DRS zones. Pit straight, like a mini straight. Another one going into turn 9. One going into turn 11. 4 DRS zones, that is quite a lot. The first Grand Prix here was in 1996. And this circuit is 5.275 kilometers. Whereas last season, which is this one, 2019, is 5.303. So they've reduced the distance a little bit. You'll have to see how the drivers cope. So they have 58 laps of this whole circuit, and race distance is 305.95, whereas in the other layout is 307.574. Some changes, as you can tell. As like I said, there's no lap record for this particularly. So when was the track built? The deal to host Formula 1 in Melbourne was done in 1993. The decision taken to create a circuit using a mixture of the existing roads around the city's Albert Park, mainly Orchard Drive and Lakeside Drive if you fancy driving it yourself, a little detour through the Lakeside Stadium car park. And when was the first Grand Prix? It was just 4 months after Adelaide held its last Australian Grand Prix at the end of 1995. The F1 teams were back in Australia for Melbourne's first Grand Prix at the start of 1996. That race is most remembered for Martin Brundle's infamous Jordan crash as turn 3 after he launched himself off the back of Johnny Herbert's Sauber. Oh, Brundle and Herbert are now pundits for Sky Sports. So what's the circuit like? As a temporary facility, Albert Park can be quite bumpy. So resurfacing for 2022 will no doubt improve matters, while the circuit at the start of the weekend is often slippery, rubbery as the session progresses. It's also a circuit that requires a well-sorted chassis with several spots on the track where the drivers require active front end to allow them to chuck it into a corner. Melbourne is also one of the faster tracks on the circuit, on the calendar, with obviously Hamilton's 2019 pole lap set an average of over 235 kilometers an hour. That is quick. Why would you want to go? Well, it's often found on list of the world's best cities. Melbourne is a blast all year round, and it only gets better when F1 rolls into town. There are bars, restaurants aplenty, and you're right by the beach, while the race's appearance at the start of Australia's autumn mean the temperatures should be peachy, according to the website. Don't hold me to it. So where would you want to watch? What's the best place to watch? Well, if you want to get in a grandstand, opt for either the Wait stand overlooking turn 10 or the Brabham grandstand on the outside of turn 2 to watch cars jostling for position through the first chicane. If not, then there are some nice general admission spots on the far side of the lake. Go for either between turns 8 and 9 or 9 and 10 if you fancy some F1 picnics feels. There you have it, guys. I switched to my phone because apparently the outro that I filmed through OBS is corrupted or something. Hope you enjoyed the video. So that's a preview of the Melbourne Grand Prix circuit ahead of the Australian Grand Prix. Unfortunately, I won't be doing a quality watch along. as I'm going back home and I've got some assignments to do. I'd rather concentrate on that and spend time with family. I'll be back though in time for the Italian Grand Prix quality watch along, so look out for that. Follow me on socials to know when I'm live and stuff. Then you've also got my Discord to chat to me off stream if you would like to chat to me off stream. It is quiet as a bird. That's the right simile to use. But you get the idea. Thank you so much for watching. Be you. Hasta luego. Ciao.